Hi fellas, I'm going to give you some pro techs with Sonya. I'm not a pro player, but Scar is probably one of the best Sonya players in Mortal Kombat 11. He won a combo breaker with her against Sonic Fox using Jackie Briggs. So I'm going to break down the techniques that I see him use. He plays her differently than me, so it's pretty interesting even for me to look and see the kind of technique he uses with her. So let's get going.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's interesting that he does back 3-4 but doesn't complete it. See, he only does 2 of them. I find in my experience, from anyways the kind of level that I play against, people get caught by Sonya's back 3, 4, up 4. It's the third hit that actually gets them, which is why I always complete this string. He does not complete the string, that's interesting, but let's continue. Jump kick into forward 4. Interesting, forward 4 has enough range to follow up after jump kick. Alright, now in the corner he uses the low attacks, because that low attack, the back 1, 4, with the onion ring cancels. When you do it in the corner, it traps him, and then you can follow up and continue doing it. It gives you incredible unbreakable damage. I think the highest you can go with just doing it until you're depleted of offensive meter is like 340 damage or something like that. So you can only do that in the corner, and that's what he did there. Alright, so 3-3 into grab. And instead of doing 3-3-3, he does 3-3 into grab. He staggers the 3. Very interesting. I've never done that before, but it seems like an effective technique.
Round 2, fight.
Or he could have had the crushing blow if he amped it. Alright, he uses a whiff. Oh, interesting. He does 1-1. Interesting. I always thought that you could only do either... sorry, I meant 3-3. I only thought you could do either 1-3 or 1-4 and then follow up, but he did it twice. Interesting. I always dropped it in practice, so I didn't think it was possible. Let's look at it again. So I guess that is the optimal. Interesting. Alright, so I guess you can do it twice. Yeah, he follows up with the mid to pressure, mid and to grab. Then you have to guess. No, oh, he YOLO'd it, maniac. It worked. Oof. I do not envy this guy. Band Kwando. This Sonya is extremely tight. It's disappointing that we don't see his Sonya in tournaments anymore. We see mostly Kung Lao. His Kung Lao is real intense as well, but it's probably, you know, according to him on Twitter, is because Sonya doesn't have range, and it's true, she struggles with range. She also gets mashed on with pokes, which is a problem with Sonya. But then you just have to respond with more pokes and with the mid that he did the knee, the forward 4. Let's see if I can...
Oh shit.
Okay.
Could have told you been a bait. Okay. Ooh. Unhand me. Unhand me, good sir.
Back 3 into 1-3-4. That is a trap. That's a frame trap. Yeah. If you do, not back 3, down 3. If you do down 1 into 1-3-4, that's another frame trap, even because you get even more hit advantage. But down 3, if you're quick enough, you can frame trap them into 1-3-4. By what I mean here, frame trap, I mean if they do anything else but block, if they try to push a button or even neutral crouch, it's still gonna get them, even though it's a high. Because you have enough hit advantage off the down 3.
Okay, what happened?
See, he reinforces it with down 1.
Oh my god.
Forcing them to block or to handle the 50-50. Beautiful. 252 for a simple combo with standing 1 and 1 amp. She has damage. Oh, okay, no more bar.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what the hell was that hitbox? Oh, he almost quit? Yeah, this Jax is struggling badly. He's not at all.
Oh my goodness.
He's playing like a maniac, which is one of the only thing almost saving him. There we go.
Weird.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Try to use the interactable. 3-3 into onion rings. If he amped it, could have followed up.
Yes, sir.
Another brutal. Jesus Christ. Poor Jax.
I know you hate me.
Oof. Okay, Sindel. That's a good matchup for Sonya, I think. Because Sindel has range but struggles up close, so if you get up close, although he's playing Royal Edenian, which Sonya can struggle with because her onion rings when you amp it, Sindel low profiles it. Beautiful NTR. Oh, doesn't follow up. And interesting. So he tried to do the flawless up 3 and 2 3-3 and then following up with 1-3-4. Interesting. I'm gonna have to practice that. What I do is I usually just follow up with forward 4, but obviously the 3-3 is more damaging. I just didn't think it was possible. It's either just very tight, very hard to get. That's probably what it is. We've got a running Sindel. See, so Scar knows that's a Sindel trap, right? And I've taught it in the guide. When you do forward 4 up 3, and then because it backs up, you scream, and it gets people like Sonya who try to run in. So you really have to be patient. And reversal backdash actually, which is exactly what you did. The YOLO.
Trying to end my whole existence.
Unfortunately, you know, Scar doesn't put up a lot of videos on Sonya. He didn't put up a very long one, so that's all we have, I think, on his channel for now. Or at least in terms of recent Sonya gameplay. Beautiful tech. A universal tech from Sindel, 1-1, and then you stagger it and you go into the back 2. Scar doesn't fall for it. Godlike reactions. Unsafe. Unreal! 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 That didn't punish Sindel's unsafe flow, which is a 9-frame mid for Sonya when she does back 1. Interesting. 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 I thought it did punish it. Maybe it does. Maybe the execution was late. I don't know. Okay. He's put in the blender. See? What the hell did I tell you in my tier list? I said that Sindel's overhead is unreactable almost online. Even though it's 25 frames on startup, because of online, then your crouch, by the time that your character and the animation uncrouches, they get caught by the overhead, even though you let go of crouch on your controller. Absolute BS. Yeah, maybe Sonya's not the best matchup against Sindel. I take that back. Well, that is bold as hell. This guy tried to put that in. He had just a little bit of life. Now that's Scar ripping him up. So, in terms of matchup, I think it's pretty fair. So I don't think one has a clear advantage over the other. Because if Sindel keeps in the neutral, she has an advantage. Especially if she backs away, runs away, and forces Sonya to come in. And then catches Sonya with screams or low projectiles or just jump-ins, you know, the jump projectile thing, then she has an advantage. If Sonya's up close in her face, then Sonya has the advantage. So it's this game is pretty much, in this matchup, it's about distancing. See, that is where Sonya struggles. Did you see that? The abuse of the down 1. Let's see it again. The abuse of the down 1 because Sonya starts with highs. All the time. See, he tries to reinforce it with down 3, and then the guy down 1 twice, like a noob. But sometimes being a noob works. It's not a noob if you do it twice and the enemy responds with a high, because that's what happens. Corner time. No break. A good break would have worked here. Look at this trash. 1-1. Down 1, down 1. That's what you get. Beautiful whip punish. 3-3. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, beautiful! Beautiful flawless block. So in terms of tech, I'm not seeing stuff that is way different than my guide, other than he goes for the optimal more than what I showed. But it's still interesting looking at a high level player, how he plays, reinforcing it with down 3s, not often down 1s, because down 1 is a bit too slow. I think it was nerfed a while ago. See, down 3. Yeah, but this is a good explanation of, I think, of why, a good demonstration of why Scar doesn't play Sonya anymore. Look at all the pokes. Whoa!
Tired of your shenanigans.
Yeah, man. You too. Down 4 into the overhead. Oh yeah, beautiful anti-air. Beautiful anti-air with down 1.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. That's what happens when you want to abuse down 1. That's what you have to do with Sonya. If someone abuses down 1, like any sorts of pokes, what you want to do is obviously respond with your own pokes. You know, because sometimes what you're prone to do, especially if you play someone like Jackie Briggs, who has a 9-frame mid starter, is when someone pokes you, you respond immediately with a full combo, taking your turn with a full combo. Unfortunately, with Sonya, you have to take your turn back by first hitting them with a poke. And then with that hit advantage, they're forced to block, and that's how you take your turn. And that's pretty difficult, because reacting to one hit, to a poke touching or not, is difficult. Because, and you know, sometimes what's going to happen is you poke, and then you just try to take your turn. You hope that your poke actually touches, but it doesn't touch, and the guy pokes back, and then you still lose your turn. Alright, something cool happened here. Let's see.
Yeah,
alright.
Let's go.
Okay, I think that's what was going on. This Sindel was trying to poke.
Yeah,
That's probably what happened. Sindel tried to poke. So again, you can respond with down 1s or with her forward 4 when someone's a poke happy opponent. Forward 4, even though it doesn't combo, it's a mid that is fast. I think it's 10 frames. So.
Sonya wins.